Wijk 2025 is exciting chess tournament, and today I'm going to show you the game of the round number 6. With white pieces, this game played Abdusattorov Nodirbek, and he's doing really well in this tournament. With black pieces, this game played world chess champion Dommaraju Gukesh, who is unbeaten since he became the world chess champion. And this game, it's going to be tough game, and you will see how Abdusattorov Nodirbek is playing for victory against the world chess champion. So let's enjoy this game, and let's see, I hope, a good video. My name is Petr Koutný and we are following this game. As I told you, with white pieces this game is playing Abdusattorov, with black Gukesh, and on a table we have Italian defense where white played move a5 and maybe a6. I think looks normal, like classical Italian game where white's got a slight edge. Okay, but Dommaraju decided after move a5 to play bishop b4 check. That's of course a double attack to pawn on a5, and white is forced to play move bishop d2, and after this exchange both players played short castle. Knight e7, Dommaraju is trying to activate his knight to g6, later on to f4, and Abdusattorov is playing in the center. It's a typical plan in Italian game where white is usually playing moves c3, d4, and he's trying to get advantage in the center because, as everybody knows, the center is the most important part on the board. The player who will get advantage in the center has a chance to have big advantage in a game. So knight g6 and h6. Maybe knight f4. It's not bad at all. But I believe that after move d4 and exchange on d4, white is happy because he's stronger in the center. And that's exactly what's going on. That's a beautiful center, and because of this center in our variation, I believe that white's got nice advantage. And for this reason, black played something else and played move h6. So anyway, d4 in the center, and now rook e3. Exchange on g5, and now g3. In the future, white stopped any hopes for black's knight to go to f4 or h4, and black decided to play move bishop g4. Okay, now Abdusattorov played nicely and strongly move h4, so it's a double attack against black's queen. And now is a question of what's happened if black takes queen on d1. So I'm going to show you this variation. Makes sense that now black's bishop is under attack and has to go anywhere, say bishop g4, and after maybe a6 and exchange on h6, I believe that white's got a beautiful advantage, mainly because of pawn weaknesses. I mean black's pawn weaknesses, and this endgame is unpleasant for black. And for this reason, Dommaraju played queen h5. This queen on h5 is misplaced. If there is no chance for black's attack, I don't believe that this queen on h5 is doing a good job. And I have the feeling that white is hoping for more than for draw, and black's pieces are not ready for a fight. Maybe black's pieces looks like okay, they are not terribly weak or passive, but I'm still worried what is doing black's queen on h5. So now black has to defend queen side and played rook b8. And now white is going to attack bishop on g4. And he found it interesting way how to improve white's knight. So first move to f1, second to h2, and after bishop d7, bishop e2. Okay, white is trying to attack black's queen, and after queen g6, this picture is absolutely simple. Black is more passive, he is going backwards, and I'm missing something of what I can call black's counter attack. Because after exchange on e5, white opened d file and immediately placed a rook to open a d file, because everybody knows that rooks love open files. And now bishop c6 is a mistake because of knight g4, and it's terribly hard for black to save pawn on e5, and this pawn is important for black. So black played bishop e6, queen b5, and now a6. I have the feeling that black's queen side is under fire, and now black has to be really careful because his position is more and more unpleasant. And Dommaraju played terrible looking move, bishop c8, and now after rook f3, bishop c4, even knight d8. Let's watch black's pieces. That's a hard time for a world chess champion because his pieces are too far to be active, and that's now a really tough position for black. Black has to be careful to not lose anything, and of course it's a really danger to stay in such a passive position. So white took on b7, and now I don't believe that it's a good to take this pawn on a7. Don't worry, this is only variation where I'm trying to tell you why it's not good to win a pawn. At the end, I believe that finally black has a chance to go for counter-attack, and maybe his position is fine. So maybe rook b2, and finally black is active. And that's something what black is not interesting to play. He's not interesting to play against active world chess champion. He is happy to keep his opponent in a passive, hard and difficult position. And for this reason, we are back in our main game where white played rook e3. Okay, he is going to save pawn on e4, and after bishop c6, queen a2. Okay, for a while white decided to keep queens on the board, and of course knight b7, black is hurry to improve his position. So b4, knight d6 and bishop d5. First exchange happened on d5, queen e6 and rook e2. White doesn't mind to play endgame, and that's exactly happened. This endgame is still nice to white, and I believe that black is still fighting for his life in this game, and black is fighting for chance to get a draw. I think that this position is beautiful position for white, where white is trying to push his advantage to become bigger and bigger, and even here black has to be really careful. So what's happened? Okay, black played now rook c8, knight g4 and c5. Okay, black decided to exchange few pawns, and here we have interesting position where white's got 4 pawns on a king side against 3 pawns. Without knight or without knight, this is a nearly dead draw, but with knights on the board, still this position has a chance to be interesting. And of course, it's not easy job for black to defend this position. Knight f6 happened, and after a few more moves, g4, rook c5, and now rook f7. Abdusattorov Nodirbek found a way how to play for victory. He is ready to sacrifice a knight for 1, 2, 3, 4 pawns, and he believed that his 3 at least or 4 pass pawns are giving him winning chances, and he's right. And you know what I'm enjoying here? How Abdusattorov is playing this position. He is playing for victory against world chess champion. He is not worried. He's brave and he's doing well. That's a sign of a strong player. And I believe that Abdusattorov Nodirbek is going to be one of the greatest chess player in the future. So, okay, black played to e8, knight d3, and black has to attack white's knight. And finally, he will manage to attack this knight. So rook g7, and now rook g6, knight d4, and we are there. So this is a really interesting position where white's got 3 connected pass pawns against a knight, and maybe engines will tell you that this position is nearly won for white, but for a human it's difficult to play this position for a victory. Okay, white has no chance to lose this game, and still black is fighting for a draw. So now rook c6, and I think that here the winning chances are after rook f6. White played rook a8, and maybe this is a draw, just to be open. I don't know why. Why rook f6 is stronger, but say this variation, maybe when black's king is on a g7, is giving white a winning chances. Who knows? So let's say this check, and maybe after at least 1 rook exchange, white's winning chances are higher. So that's a plan for white, to exchange 1 rook, because this variation will tell us that looks like yes, this position is won for white. And maybe that was the best way how to play this position for victory, at least for us. This is a good time to remember how to play similar positions. So, but check on a8, and here white was not able to exchange at least 1 rook, and that's a draw. Amazing chess game where world chess champion is still unbeaten, but Abdusattorov Nodirbek show his talent and his chess power, and I'm happy to follow the games of Abdusattorov or Dommaraju, because these players are great and their future is bright. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if yes, just feel free and press like or press follow, and made my day. See you soon, take care, bye bye.